Shalom Israel. Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders of GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. GMS, stop and listen. Just coming with a short lesson on the go. And I'm just reading through RT News that I see where EU will punish own companies if they comply with U.S. sanctions on Iran, says Harini. It says Iranian protests against U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to walk out of 215 nuclear deal. That was 2-3 years ago. But this is as European now. It says European companies doing business with Iran could soon find themselves between a rock and a hard place should they comply with U.S. sanctions and abandon Tehran. They may in turn face sanctions in their own home EU. So if European Union companies cave into U.S. President Donald Trump's threats of secondary sanctions and stop doing business with Iran, they will be punished by the EU itself. So here's what says the aid of Federica Mogherini, the bloc's foreign policy chief. Right. It says if EU companies abide by U.S. secondary sanctions, they will in turn be sanctioned by EU. So here's what our apostles have been saying for years. When they start going into Iran and messing with Iran, then you're going to have that world's war. And now that we're at that point where now they're trying to mess with Iran's livelihood. So the third world's war is soon to come, man. We don't have long, man. To the brotherhood, man, we don't have long. So, keep your faith, man. Keep pushing. It says Trump says anyone trading with Iran will not trade with U.S. as a sanctions come up into force. U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that any country trading with Iran will not be doing business with the United States. The threat comes as sanctions against the country came in effect at midnight. It says Trump also promised that Washington will ratchet up the economic pressure on the Islamic Republic in November. So this thing could pop off, man, in November, man, this year. Scripture said, I hope your flight don't be in the winter. So it could pop off. But we know this is one of the prophecies, man, we're looking for them to start messing with Iran. Because that's going to be more going towards that world war because China and Russia supports Iran. It says, I am asking for peace, nothing less, U.S. President concluded. So he says he's asking for peace, man. Right? So we know that the words in his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. We know that. Psalms 55 and 21. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai shall come as a thief in the night. That day, meaning that day of destruction, is going to come unaware. It says, verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, like Trump is saying, want peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman. Just like the anguish pains of birth come upon a woman. It's all sudden. She's walking and all of a sudden, boom, it hits her. She don't out of nowhere. You can't plan for a travail, the pain, childbirth pains. Just like you can't plan for when this comes. It's going to come sudden, man. And the people out here in the streets of America believing in the American system and lollygagging, being tricked, thinking you're going to live forever. And every situation you get in is you're going to get out, and the economy is always going to be better. But no, you're heading to your destruction. And this could be the right person to take you there. It says, upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. They're not going to escape the thermonuclear destruction, man. They're not going to escape it. So you got the EU saying if you deal with Trump, then you're going to have sanctions on your own self. So this could be that part right here in Revelations 17 and 15 and 16 that we read about. And he said unto me, the waters which I saw where the horse sitteth are people, multitude, and nations and tongues, man. So America sits upon the people. They believe in the philosophy of America. People from other countries want to come drink the wine with America, right? And dib and dab on her philosophies and her doctrines and her democracies, man. Which in turn destroys countries. You know, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate, man. So the EU, man, something they're going to do where they all going to turn against America, man. And they're going to hate the whore. They're going to detest her, man. And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's the thermonuclear missiles, man. It's something that's where the EU they're gonna hate the whore, man. These countries are gonna be mad at America, man. So this thing is playing out. You know, it's playing out, man. Like a chess game, man. Now we're at that stage. It says Tuesday sanctions will see Iran prevent from using U.S. currency, as well as being barred from trading in cars and metals materials, including gold, steel, coal, and aluminum, affecting Iran's ability to buy U.S. and European aircraft. So they're just going to deal with Russia, man. Russia and China are going to deal with them. It says in November, Trump is expected to ratchet up the pressure on Iran by blocking Iranian oil exports, potentially halting 2 million barrels a day, or 50% of Iran's output, according to BBC. Allies China and Russia may intervene to help its industry afloat. So they're going to be on the side of Iran, man. So now you're messing with the livelihood of Russia and China. You're messing with people's livelihoods, man. You know, through your democracies, man. You know, through your never staying at home and have a cook too. You know, never satisfied, man. But hey, it's coming. Hey, this is part of the prophecies we look for. Our apostles have always told us, man, when they go in Iran, hey, it ain't too long. So we this is good news, man. I hope this little short lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to the Lord and his son, Yahweh, the Father's name, Yahweh Shai, the Son's name. You know, double honors to the apostles, man, the elders, GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to our hopeful elect. You know, just stay strong, brothers. Keep watching. Keep Scopeo. And man, we almost out of here. Shalom.